Make way for Josh Duhamel. We wanted to have a big opening here, big presentation. The doors are open, and Josh Duhamel is now entering the building. Yeah, there he is. Oh, yeah, hat backwards. Yeah, killing it. Yeah.
How you doing, Paul?
There we go.
Fritzy, how you doing?
Yeah, there you
how
go.
You doing, man?
Yeah, there's Josh Duhamel.
Yes.
Hat backwards, shoes on top. You got two phones there?
I just woke up. No, I have your pack. I got my phone. I got my wallet.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Did you just wake up?
I did. I had a late night last night. Karaoke and hard.
Where'd you go?
I was down in Koreatown.
And what's your go-to song?
Africa by Toto. That was a good one. That was a big hit.
There's not a
Highway
big
to Hell
call.
was another one.
There's not a big call for Toto.
No, but it's an amazing. It's got to be one of the greatest songs of all time.
No, it's not.
I test the waves down in Africa. My voice is a little sore today. It sounded much better than that.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
So we're glad to have you. I didn't know you were karaoke. I didn't know you had talents.
I don't usually.
What'd you drink last night?
A lot of tequila. A lot of tequila. So here we are. I'm a little slow, that's why.
That's okay. We're glad to have you. So your Final Four, you got Arizona, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Duke. Arizona beating Duke in the title game?
Yeah.
Do you remember filling out the bracket?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Right.
I do.
And you finished.
I had to call and ask if I could be part of it this year. It's like I feel like I'm being sort of broken up.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Fritzy, is that true?
Yeah, I had to call Paul and ask if I could be in the.
That's not true.
Here's Josh did not realize he didn't have the security in himself to know that your inner circle. It was on the way to you.
Oh, really?
You jumped the gun.
It was on the way.
Yeah,
like
it's a Hollywood line. The Hollywood line.
No, don't call us. We'll call you.
You've had that before, right?
What?
You've had those meetings where they say they'll call you.
Oh yeah, daily.
What is it
I'm
like?
always waiting for that
give me
call.
the biggest movie you auditioned for. And you didn't get it.
The biggest one I auditioned for was it John Carter of Mars? Remember that movie? Yeah. It didn't do so well.
So it's good that you didn't
get it. I was heartbroken because I thought I was going to get it.
Yeah.
And it turned out to not do so well. So sometimes, those can be blessings.
But what is that like when you go in and you put your heart in front of somebody?
That's part of the game, man. You gotta have a really thick skin because you get rejected a lot more than you get accepted in this.
But how do you get rejected? How do they tell you? Have you ever been told right to your face, no, you got no shit. You got no shot.
Yeah, I mean, normally you just don't get the call.
Yeah,
you got to call them. I thought it went pretty well. So it's like it's either if they'll come up with a nice reason why. It's usually like, well, you're too young, you're too old, you're too tall was one. Yeah. Tall.
Okay, is there
sucked?
Is there heightism in Hollywood?
Yeah, I think so.
Because most of the women are, you have to have the same height and
not really.
Look.
It's not as big a deal as you might think. They have little apple boxes that.
But Vince Vaughn is a tall guy.
He's taller than me. He's about 6'5" or 6".
Yeah,
I think.
so he's done pretty well.
Yeah,
but it feels like you have to be a little shorter, like Tom Cruise,
like a jockey.
Yeah, like 5. You can't be over 6 feet tall.
Yes, you can. There's a lot of people that are plenty tall.
Okay. I was trying to
help
look at
you. You're what, 6'2"?
Yeah, 6'3".
6'3", sorry.
Yeah, 6'3".
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, but the only person who puts me in their movie is Sandler. So it's not like I'm auditioning.
Yeah, well, you keep telling me you're going to do my movie, and I
said I would help you. I will voice that for you.
You will?
Yes, but you have to give it to me.
I did. Didn't I send it to you?
You didn't give me the copy. You sent me your voice.
Oh, I sent you my version, but I thought you guys were going to take my version and rework it.
Send me. Okay.
Paulie's like, oh.
No. He sends me the opening of his movie, and then he said, I want you to voice it. I said, okay. He doesn't send me the copy.
I will do that today.
Okay, and then I'll voice it for you.
Okay.
And then you can, I'll give you a little smoke on it. I'll give you a little bit of
love that
down here.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
What happens if?
Oh no.
This is very apropos. What happens if you do it and we don't use it? Would you be hurt?
No,
you wouldn't.
No, like if you get Morgan Freeman, then fine.
No, I'm
But
just.
if you get like Steven Seagal or somebody,
No.
then I'm
It would
really
never.
do-
The only reason we would. I don't even want to say this because I'd really love for you to do it.
Okay.
But there's a VO at the end. You might have to do a VO at the beginning and at the end just to like tie the whole thing.
Yeah,
together.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's already getting smoky.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to crush.
I know. Well, that's why I wanted you to do it.
Do they give an Academy Award for voiceover in
No.
movies? They do not.
No.
Okay. In a world. But I'll do it for you.
I would love that, Dan, and I mean that.
No, but I
100%.
said I would do it. Just send me the copy.
Okay.
And I promise.
Done today.
Do you want to explain your bracket philosophy or strategy?
You know, I don't know much about what's going on this year. I saw a few of the games. I have Oklahoma losing first round.
To Rhode Island.
Yeah.
My Rams.
I have South Dakota State beating somebody in the first round. Right? That's kind of an upset. I picked a few upsets, but I don't know. There's usually a 5 that beats a 12, right?
Yeah. Or 12 that beats a 5.
Or I'm sorry, 12 that beats
12
a
beats
5.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, Arizona's got a chip on their shoulder. They got 2 amazing players. I forget their names. Treon?
And Ayton?
And what's the guy's name's going to go number 1?
Ayton.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He might be the best player in the tournament.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Did you have a favorite player growing up?
Yes, I did. I loved Johnny. Remember Johnny Dawkins?
Yeah.
I loved
Left-hander.
watching him play.
Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of their first stars when you think. Like Danny Ferry was probably of that era with Coach K. But pre-Leitner, Johnny Dawkins, I thought Johnny Dawkins was that athlete that you didn't expect to go to Duke.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you were like in a Tommy Amaker and, the
Right.
Coach K. And then all of a sudden he went to the one and dones. So he got these kids to stay. I like that Coach Calipari said, it wasn't cool, recruiting one and dones until Coach K did it.
Right.
That Calipari does it.
Coach K can do no wrong.
Yeah, but Calipari's ahead of the game with the one and dones. Coach K does it, and then all of a sudden people go, boy, that's a smart coach,
What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to continue that, or are they going to go back to just you don't have to go at all, or are they stay 2 years?
Well, the NBA is the one that holds all the cards, not college basketball.
I think it hurts college basketball, doesn't it?
The one and done?
Yeah.
No, I'd rather have you for one than none.
Well, I'd rather have you for 2 than 1.
Yeah, but then I'm being greedy. But these kids should be able to decide if that's what their future is and they want to try, and if it doesn't work, then,
Should they be able to come back into college
if
it doesn't work?
That, I think, should be open. That should be on the table.
Depending on whether or not they got drafted where they
Yes. We're talking to Josh Duhamel. Let's see. You won a Daytime Emmy?
I did.
For soap opera stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, all my children.
Is this when you
my
died?
second year? No, this is, it was the year before that.
Is it hard work to be on a soap opera?
Yeah. It's incredibly, it's like boot camp for actors, really. I had no experience going in.
Yeah.
So for me, learning how to, hit my mark, learn my lines, all that stuff is like day in, day out. And it's like, you sink or you swim.
What was your character's name?
Leo Dupre.
Did you get
Leo
to...
Dupre.
Oh,
Dupre.
did it change to Dupre?
Well, the guy that I play opposite of now on Unsolved
Yeah.
he's Darren Dupree, and I played Leo Dupre.
Okay.
Dupres. It was French. I was kind of like Euro trash.
But did you...
I came in leather pants and a mohair sweater.
Did you have an accent?
No. I told you I was very new.
Okay. But you would have an accent now if you did.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the guy that used to do
Leo
the Corinthian
Dupre.
letter in the what was that accent?
Ricardo Montalban.
Yes, it would have been Ricardo Montalban's accent.
Oh, the fine Corinthian leather. Why must she love me so much? Yeah.
What is that accent, by the way? Where's he from?
Where's Ricardo Montalban from?
Checking.
I have no
Google
idea. I have no idea. You're all happy with Kirk D. Cousins, right?
I have mixed feelings about it. He's obviously a good quarterback, good solid quarterback. But I thought Case was a good solid quarterback too. And what I liked about what Case did this year was he won games in the clutch, and he pushed the ball downfield.
Wait, so you're not sold on this yet?
I'm not.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not against it either. I think that he could be really good. I just didn't see him win a lot of big games in the clutch when they could have. I'm happy for him.
Okay.
I'm happy for us. I think it's going to be all right.
Paulie, where is Ricardo Montalban from?
He's from Mexico, Dan.
Oh. So
He's from Mexico.
He's from Mexico. Okay, there. So
what do you guys think about the Kirk Cousins move? You like it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing I have. It's like, I think so. He could do really well. A lot of guaranteed money. And I'm not against these guys getting their money.
Yeah. I want to see how he, in a functional organization, but he's going to have a lot more pressure on him.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what I want to see, if he's able to handle that.
I think he will. I think he'll be able to.
Yeah, McLovin, do you want to break this down for Josh?
I'm kind of with Josh. You know how I feel. Like, what was wrong with Case Keenum? That's what I kind of get back. They were 13-3 last year. So it's a lot of pressure on Cousins. But Dan said this like 3 weeks ago. He said, watch out for Kirk Cousins and Vikings. This before it was out anywhere. I was like, they're not going to spend all that money. How do you pay all the defense, Dan? Answer me that. Answer me how you pay all those stars in 2 years.
Well,
that's the problem is you start spending that much on one guy, it hurts the rest of the team.
Yes.
Zimmer asked me to go to the QB rookie camp this year.
Why?
Why? Because he wants me to have a shot to play for the Vikings.
Wait, so Mike Zimmer asked you to go?
He did. He thinks it'd be fun. He goes, I don't want any of that Hollywood
Oh, yeah, really?
You're going to come and you're going to go to meetings. You're going to do the whole thing. I go, well, can I drink beer at lunch? He's like, all right, I'll let you do that.
Are you going to do it?
I think I'm going to do it.
Why wouldn't you can you bring a film crew with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, Josh goes to camp.
That would be so much fun.
We'll produce it.
Do you think I'm going to get hazed?
Yes,
if I
you
do
should.
It? Do I have to shower with those guys? That would be really
Josh Duhamel
awkward.
stars in Soft Knocks. So it's not hard knocks,
No.
it's soft. Limp knocks is what it is. Do we have an I-Team?
We have a major Josh Duhamel related I-Team report next.
And now,
We have a
the
what?
newsroom for an I-Team investigation.
Yeah, we may have to do it right now.
The motto of our news team is...
We don't break news.
What are we doing?
We got an I-Team
We
report on you.
screen it.
Let's go to the newsroom. Paulie, if you want to do you have headphones to put on there behind you, Josh? So, Paulie, you have an I-Team report on Josh.
Yeah, our buddy Josh Duhamel said he went out singing karaoke last night. Your song was Africa by Toto. Can you sing the chorus again for me, Josh?
I bless the waves down in Africa.
It's I bless the,
The
rains.
rains. What did I
down in
say?
Africa.
Waves?
Some good surfing in Africa. Well, he might be right.
Yeah,
about the
what is like test the waves down in
I
Africa?
test the waves. I bless the rain. Whatever.
Did you go...
That was the big.
For us, that's big news.
Oh man,
That's how we live.
it could have been a lot worse, actually.
I didn't know you sang. I
don't,
still don't know if you sang.
I don't. Believe me.
Well, it's great to see you as always.
Good to see you.
And you got you in the bracket challenge. Did you solve the Tupac and Biggie?
We know.
You know what? How about we take
yeah.
a break? I want to, in all seriousness, ask you about this.
Okay.
Because I know it was important that, for you, it's called Unsolved. You play a detective in Unsolved, the murders of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. All right, we'll take a break. Josh Duhamel will stay with us. Continuing with Josh Duhamel, the actor, big Minnesota Viking fan. And, of course, he won an Emmy. He plays a detective in Unsolved, the murders of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. on USA. When do we find out who killed Tupac and Biggie?
You find out in this. I mean, what we do is we lay out all these facts. You see what actually happened. And the problem, the show is called Unsolved, but it's not as if they don't know what happened. Solving this case would have taken a monumentous sort of, feat just to get all the testimony, to get, both of the killers are dead, and it would have cost a lot of money to bring the trial.
So there were two people that...
There were two investigations, the original one in 1996, and then the one that my character came on, Greg Kading, started the second investigation in 2006 after Biggie's mother sued the LAPD for $400 million. So I brought together this task force with ATF, FBI, Sheriff's Department, and other areas just to give as unbiased opinion about what actually happened as possible.
Will we ever... is there any conclusion to this?
Yeah, I mean, there's confessions. What happened was after we concluded that the LAPD wasn't involved in the actual murder, they didn't have any. They were off the hook for $400 million. So it was crushing for Kading and his whole team to have to go. They worked for three, I think almost 4 years, trying to figure out what actually happened, and then they just kind of got everything pulled out from underneath them once they were free of any liability.
I know people wanted it solved, but then you got very little cooperation from people who were around it or knew something, and then you're worried about retribution. You got gangs involved in this.
Right. Well, that's part of the problem is there are confessions, but how much of this stuff can you trust? Nobody wants to rat anybody out because you might end up dead. There was a lot of gang activity at the time that even now people don't want to talk.
Well, I was curious if they see you in this role, if somebody's come up to you and given you information or told you something that.
No, not since then. I mean, that may happen soon. The show just started airing a couple weeks ago, but Kading is 95% sure on one of the murders and 100% sure on the other, which is pretty good. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And that's, they know, it's just how do you prove it with so many people who don't want to talk?
No, it's an interesting concept.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you seen it yet? Have you seen the show yet?
No, I saw the trailer for it.
It's really good. Anthony Hemingway did an amazing job. It has that feel of, remember OJ, The People versus OJ?
Yeah.
I thought I knew everything there was to know about that case. I skipped class in college to watch that. And it's a different perspective on it. It's sort of pulling back the curtains and seeing, how these deaths affected their families, how it affected the detectives trying to bring justice to the families.
Yeah.
And Tupac and Biggie as humans, not just hip hop icons, who were friends first.
Did you see the OJ If I Did It? The lost tapes, the interview that Fox had last weekend?
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah. I mean, it's OJ basically confessing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
But he says
it's
if
hypothetical. Yeah. But he certainly knew how he would have done it. Let's put it that way. But he walks you through it. And then at one point, I think he says, and he always has that creepy laugh. And then he talks about being with somebody named Charlie. Now, Charlie is involved in it. There was somebody else who was involved in this as well. But I remember interviewing him. When was that, Paulie? I interviewed OJ.
02, 03, around there.
So I'm in Florida, Miami, and I have this brilliant idea. Let me interview OJ and talk college football with him because he's still one of the great football players of all time. So I thought maybe I could do an interview with him and talk about, USC and memories. And I got there and I realized it was just a horrible idea because nobody cared. They all thought that he did this. So I sit down with him and he wanted me to know that he didn't do this. And there was this awkward moment because we're talking college football. I'm talking memories and we did like a 30-minute interview and then we changed tapes. So the cameraman goes, all right, you're going to have to stop. So I'm about 4 feet away from him. And we're waiting for the cameraman to put another tape in. And there's silence. And then he goes, you think I did it? And I go,
oh, creepy.
Yes. And then my cameraman said, all right, we're ready to roll. I actually said, did what?
You said yes?
I said yes. I said, did what?
To his question.
He said, do you think I did it? I said, did what? Because I wanted him to say it. And he said, kill those 2 people. And I said, yes.
And what was his reaction?
He didn't say anything. The cameraman said, we're ready to roll. And then he wanted to try to convince me that he didn't do this. But my body language is so bad because I'm leaning back in my chair as far as I can go, as if he's going to stab me during the interview. But to be that close to him, first of all, what struck me is he was not an imposing figure. He looked frail. He looked like
how many years ago was this?
Was that 15?
15 years ago,
Wow.
16 maybe.
But yeah, to be there, and then he's telling me all these crazy stories, and I have no idea what his life is like. And I walk by a room in Vegas, and they're doing a porno, and then they want me to come in. They'll pay me $3 million. Like he just started telling me like crazy stuff, and then I realized I should have followed up. But I told him I wasn't going to be talking about this. That I was only going to talk football. So I was trying to be fair to him. And my camera crew, when he came in, they said, look, we're not shaking his hand. I said, you don't have to shake his hand. I have to because I invited him for that interview. And that's one of the hardest things ever when you have somebody come in who, in your mind, killed these 2 innocent people, and I'm shaking his hand. And I hated myself because I set this up, and we never aired it. But
You never aired the interview?
No, because it was just about college. Nobody cared about it. And I came back and I went, I don't even know what I have here. But the best stuff was, and then
This best stuff was off camera.
off camera. And then we got done with the interview. We did over an hour, and we got done. And then he kept trying to convince me that he didn't kill these people. And I just didn't know what to say. And it turns out my cameraman had been on a shoot with him in Mexico on a movie or a TV show. And he had this knife of his that he was so proud of. And it was similar to the knife, that they thought committed these crimes because they didn't find his clothes and, the murder weapon. And, the cameraman said, look, I'm doing this job. I don't want any part of this with him personally. And I said, you don't have to say hello. You don't have to shake his hand or anything. And he said, we were in Mexico with him. And he was fascinated with this, like a green beret, a Navy SEAL knife. Like he was fascinated with this stuff. Josh Duhamel is, boy, that cheery little detour there. Nice little segue.
That's fascinating.
How about those Vikings?
How about those Vikings?
How about those Vikings? I saw you on Ellen after Fergie's anthem thing. How tough was that? And I know that you went over, you took flowers over, the reaction of that. How tough was that, the whole experience there?
It was, I was on my way back from the airport when I heard, a friend of mine was like, sorry about the anthem. I was like, what are you talking about? And they said that it didn't go so well, so I saw it when I got home. I've seen the girls sing it several times. Daytona 500, Patriots, Dolphins, home opener. And she crushes the song. So I was surprised to see that she tried what she did.
Yeah.
But, more than that, I just felt bad for her just to get, there's an army of trolls out there who are just ready to pounce. And they were not nice. And for that, I feel bad, but she's a really tough girl. It's not easy. Somebody you care about getting hammered like that it's not easy to.
And you can't.
And I wanted to defend her too. I wanted to pull the tapes out from Daytona 500. Like, look at this. She's really good at singing this song. But I was like, I got to just stay out of this. But whatever.
It's like you want to go door to door and punch guys.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you say about Fergie?
Yeah.
Boom.
It's that protective thing in you. But she's doing great.
But then you bring flowers over.
Mm-hmm.
How was it? So
I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I just want you to know I got your back, girl. I'm with you. I'm on your side.
But then you went on Ellen.
I did go on Ellen.
Where you did they bring you on to talk about that?
I didn't know they were going to, just like I didn't know we were going to talk about it today.
Let's go back to karaoke. Sing more Toto. Are we done talking about that? Now this feels like a real interview.
No, it's true. I mean, I have no problem talking about it.
Okay.
The girl's amazingly talented.
Yeah.
She really, truly is. And by the way, her album is amazing. And she's had a challenging year, but she is resilient.
Would you sing the anthem if asked?
No.
You would not?
No. Nobody needs to hear
like
that.
the Vikings would ask you. See, this is what I do. If I'm Mike Zimmer, he's inviting you to quarterback camp.
Mm-hmm.
I would make you stand up and sing the anthem.
You would?
Yes.
At quarterback camp?
Yeah.
Why?
Just
I'm there to win a job,
to haze
man.
you.
No,
you get hazed.
Oh.
Now, okay, so is this official that Mike Zimmer invited you to quarterback
Yeah,
camp?
I don't know if he had a little too much whiskey or something the night before, but he did. But it recently said, "Are you going to come to camp?" And I was like, "You really meant that?"
How good would that be?
I would love
though?
to go do it. I gotta get my arm.
How old are you?
45.
So this is what Brady's looking at right now.
Right.
If he sees you, are you better than Sam Bradford right now?
No.
Oh, you're not. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure.
Am I more durable than Sam Bradford? Probably.
Brady is going to look at you and say, "That's what I'm going to look like when I'm 45."
Yeah, Brady is going to look to me and be, I could be that.
Yeah.
Right? No, McLovin.
But is this like a mini camp? Is this?
It's a rookie. It's more fun than anything. He asked me to do it.
No,
and I was
but that's
like,
pretty
wow,
cool.
That's amazing. I want to see the new facility first of all.
Yeah.
The new practice facility.
Yeah.
And so
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, if he really means it, I'll go do that.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, McLovin.
Are there any rookies in that camp? Because they have Cousins. They just traded for Trevor Simeon.
They did?
Yeah. Is this going to be just you?
I don't know.
I don't know how.
Maybe I'll be the only rookie.
Yeah. So what if you're like running the first team practice to look again?
you're running first team snaps with him? Yeah, Paulie.
Josh, would you retire from acting if Mike Zimmer offers you a 2-year contract to be a third-string quarterback?
For 2 years, I would retire from acting. Yes. Yeah.
What if you could never act again, but you would be a Viking third string core? You would be on the practice squad of the Vikings.
No.
You would not do that.
No, I enjoy my job too much.
How about you get to be a holder during games on extra points?
Would I quit my career as an actor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is breaking news here. Breaking
I could
news.
do that. I did that in college, by the way.
You were the holder.
Yeah, it was very good.
Oh, wait. Now he's. If you're watching on Audience Channel 239 DirecTV, Josh just got down and.
I was.
No, that was good. That was very smooth.
I was a really good placeholder for.
Yeah.
You
Extra
had the
points.
spin on there, too. You got
I did.
It right.
You got to
Got the laces right.
laces out.
Yeah.
Laces out.
Yeah.
We did have him throw footballs here one time.
Yeah, about 55 yards
Yeah.
we had him at.
That's pretty good. Yeah, he had a decent guy. And you did send your highlights to me that one time, right?
I'm always trying to push myself.
No, but that was great. I was impressed. Did we have those?
I didn't. Neither one of those were very good, by the way.
Yeah. But you threw it. You threw
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I had my Vikings. You know, I remember.
And your sweatpants on, too.
I did. I didn't know we
You
were
didn't
going
know
to
we're
be
on
on TV.
TV. This show is on TV.
I didn't realize. Thought I was just coming here to do radio that
I
day.
know. Then you show up and
And
you're like
sweats.
Fritzy. You got sweats, no underwear on, and you're here throwing the football in the parking lot
all
with us.
good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I know. All right. So Josh Duhamel, you can see him in Unsolved: The Murders of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. on USA. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.